And we're back here at the Stock Recap Show, only available on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Super excited to get into it today. I got a special tribute here for our great friend, Roaring Kitty. And this is really a tribute to Keith Gill. If you're listening out there, thank you for making trading stocks cool. And this bandana is for you. All right. So this is a special episode we're doing for traders here. And it's sort of a prep for August and September show, some seasonality education that we're going to get into. Okay. But first, super important disclaimer here. These videos are all intended for educational purposes only. Trade your own risk. 9 out of 10 traders loses money. 1 in 3 traders loses 90% or more. There's no guarantee you're going to make money with this strategy or any other strategy. Don't risk money you can't afford to lose. Results are not typical. And we would go into the high fly ball here, but we're just going to transition right on into the education here. Okay, so I'm going to blow this up on the screen so everybody can see and understand what I'm talking about here. Okay, so there's the source in the bottom if you want to search on this link, but this is the data that I'm getting. Okay. And so the gist of it is that August is not really a good month to be looking for returns in the stock market unless you have a different sort of strategy, okay, that we're going to get into at the end here. So it's basically saying that the worst month for performance in the stock market is September, followed by August. Okay, so we're going into the really bad months for the stock market. Volume really drops off in August, and that provides a lot of liquidity. So you can see prices dip and take some pretty volatile bounces here and there. Okay. And we're about to get into it. So happy end of July. Home runs of the day. We got a high fly ball, and it is out of here. Okay. So Powell, POWL, is the first one, is up 37%. We're going to just check out the charts right now. So let's get into it. Powell's the first one. So this looks pretty good. Kicker pattern up. I like it. MOLN is also up huge today. It touched 12, but only closed at 858. So I'm interested to see where this goes tomorrow. It goes all over the place from 7 to 12. Sava, I was watching this yesterday. I wasn't like super convinced that it was going higher. This should be my confirmation here, but I'm still not like fully behind it. This is about to, oh no, it did make it on the home run list. So I'm eyeing it up for tomorrow. If we can break through this resistance of like 26, then I'm getting real excited. ASTS is looking great. Like I said, that was a trade alert. Lumen looks good, but really light. Oh, never mind. 75 million shares traded. But huge amount of outstanding shares. Okay. So if you don't know about the shares outstanding, I'm not going to walk through it right now, but just schedule your call at fridaytraders.com and I'll walk you through what that means and everything. But it's basically the supply in the market is the shares outstanding, the volume's the demand. So you have your supply and demand balance. And then APLD looks like it could have bottomed. This looks like a good Murubuzu-ish candle that's coming off the bottom here. AVDX is not looking really good. That was our number one IR list. So this is on recovery right now. I'm watching it, seeing what it's going to do tomorrow. Pins also not really looking good, especially if it breaks through this $30 big level. And Snows, some of the other is another stock that doesn't look great. CrowdStrike, the recent buy from Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? So she recently announced she bought a bunch of stocks and this got crushed right after she made that announcement. ALB is really not looking too hot right now. Let's see if I can pull it over to the side. Yeah, this is like a low base pattern. It's not really good. And then Merck is the trade that I want to highlight because I saw it have a week open on news and I just felt like my odds were pretty good for some put action, and I'm going to get right into that right now. So I'm going to talk about the put trade right now, and then we'll get back into the scouting report. So 2 days ago, I noticed that Merck was trading down. It was already down like 5 or 6% when I got in this trade, and you can see the date bought was 7:30 here. So I just pasted these clips in from our Robinhood account, and it cost me 180 bucks. Right, there's the debit on July 30th, and because Merck went down about, oh, I don't know, another like 10 or 15%, this put option went up, and it was up about 400%. Okay, when I took this screenshot, and I ended up selling it for $875. Okay, so you can take a small amount, a couple $100 in the market, make one trade off of some thoughtful calculations and reward to risk ratios. Okay, so I have a plan, I know what I'm doing, and I made a calculated risk here. I was willing to risk the entire $180, right? So if Merck went much higher, I would have lost my entire $180, but I was ready to do that because I wanted the big gains. Okay, I wanted the $875, right? And I was confident, so I made the risk. So that's what I'm talking about, how you can make money when stocks go down. Doesn't mean you need to stay out of the markets in August and September, right? You just got to make those strategic bets on some companies that you think are weak in the markets, okay? And then you got to be sure to close your position, right? So I closed it today. I sold the position. I wouldn't be surprised if Merck bounces tomorrow and has a great day. It's a short-term hold. It was designed to be a short-term trade all the way around, okay? So I'm glad it went down, and I'm glad it did what I thought it was going to do, and I just ended up taking profits, okay? It's a quick little fourfold in a day. And that's how you do it. So here's the scouting report, and I'm going to highlight these short stocks because I'm watching them all, mainly for bounces, okay? And I'm going to, let's see if we can get into some of these charts here. And you can get an independent analysis too, and from our third-party verifier, Louis Navalier, and he's got a great website out that grades stocks, okay? Definitely book a call if you're interested in getting a link to his sites and stuff. Okay, so CrowdStrike, like I said, is a stock that's not looking really hot, and it got kind of crushed recently. Okay, so let's see some more here. Close that out. Snow also really doesn't look great. Like I said, pins is on the IRR list. This is a little far off the moving averages to just be buying a long put, okay? Maybe wait for a bounce and then buy a put, okay? When I say shorts, I don't mean short the stock. I mean buy a put if you really think it's going down that much, okay? You're taking too much risk if you're just going out there and shorting stocks, unless you really know what you're doing. You know, if you do this for a living, short away, my friend. But this is the short list, and that about wraps up the trade show here. And if you are interested in becoming a world-class trader like Keith Gill, then you can schedule a call on FridayTraders.com. You can get this on your calendar, and you can talk to expert traders like myself, and I'll walk you through every step of the way. Super cool, and I might or might not be wearing a bandana on the call. All right, so I will talk to you then, and see you next show. Later.